Hello all my makeup freaks and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Stephanie. So today is Tuesday, and if you're new to my channel, that means it is Tag Tuesday because I do a tag every single Tuesday. Woo, Tag Tuesday! Tag Tuesday, yeah, yeah. Tag Tuesday, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's get on with this. I was tagged by one of my besties here on YouTube, Sharon Lea. I will put a link to her video down below to do this tag, and it is the 22 question tag. So number one, what is your favorite soft drink? My favorite soft drink is Diet Coke. I know tons of people are going to say Diet Coke is so bad for you, and I understand that. I do not like the taste of regular Coke. I only like the taste of Diet Coke. Two, what is your favorite food? My favorite food right off the bat would probably be pizza. I really do like Italian food, and I really do like Mexican food. If you're like looking for like big kind of groups of what food I like. Number three, what is your favorite dessert? Oh my goodness, that is a tough one. Probably like white chocolate raspberry cheesecake from Olive Garden is my all-time favorite dessert. Number four, what is your favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant is Olive Garden. Number five, what is your favorite horror movie? That is a hard one because horror movies are my favorite movies in general. I will say I really like kind of crazy off the wall horror movies, or ones that kind of make you really think. I really liked Motel Hell. I really liked The Lost Boys because I also like vampires. So I would say those are probably two of my top favorite movies. Number six, who is your favorite singer? I don't know who my favorite singer is. I love Adele. What is his? Sam Smith. I think that's what his name is. I really like that. That's the only things I can think of right now. Number seven, who is your favorite actor? I don't watch a lot of movies, or I watch movies, but I don't really watch like certain actors. I would probably say Brad Pitt. Number eight, who is your favorite actress? Scarlett Johansson. I really like her. Number nine, what is your favorite television show? Right now it is American Horror Story. I love that show so much. Number 10, do you prefer one-piece or two-piece bathing suits? I prefer one piece. I don't think really two-piece looks all that flattering on a whole lot of people. But that could just be like, I hear my mom in the back of my head, oh, that doesn't look ladylike. But yeah, I prefer like one piece, and usually I have like shorts and a t-shirt over that too. Number 11, are you a fan of pro wrestling? This is a hilarious question for a lot of different reasons that y'all won't know. My father was, because he's passed away, was a pro wrestler, but I never really watched wrestling. I've watched stuff that he was in, and my ex-husband was into wrestling, so I have seen wrestling, but I'm not a fan. Number 12, have you ever gone skinny dipping? I have not gone skinny dipping, not necessarily because it's something that I wouldn't do. I just don't really have, or have never had the opportunity to, because whenever I've went swimming, it is with, you know, like in someone's pool, or there was a big group of people, so it's not really something that I've had a chance to do. Number 13, were you ever dared to do something extreme? And not that I can think of. I have not really been dared to do anything extreme. Number 14, what is your biggest thrill? That's a tough question. I don't know like what my biggest thrill would be and exactly what they're talking about, but like, hey, when you hit like subscriber milestones, you hit the next 100, you're like, woo, yes, baby, woo, woo. You know, so that's a big thrill. So come on and subscribe, hit that button down there, baby, woo. Number 15, do you have any hidden talents? I think all of my talents are pretty much like on display for you guys. I do makeup really well. I can sing, like, anyway, I think I can sing a little bit, like, you know, when I'm singing for y'all guys, it's just kind of like off the top of my head, but I went to school for singing, so hopefully I can sing decently. but I don't necessarily think those are hidden talents. Number 16, what were you afraid of as a kid? As a kid, what wasn't I afraid of as a kid? Unfortunately, what I was afraid of as a kid has followed me over into my adult life, and that would be I'm afraid of batteries and I'm afraid of clowns. I'm not playing about either one of them. Terrifying. Number 17, do you sing in the shower? Yes, every single time I take a shower, I am pretty much rocking out in there singing. Number 18, have you ever gone tanning? Unfortunately, yes, I have. When I was a teenager, my mom actually co-owned a beauty salon that had 2 tanning beds, and we all kind of like went tanning. But I started getting like where like part of my skin would tan, and I was getting like white patches where like some of my skin wouldn't tan. I don't tan. I was getting worried about it, and so I just stopped. I probably only tanned maybe 5 times in the tanning bed. I have tanned like just by laying out, but I have embraced the pale. I love my pale skin now, so I don't try to like get skin cancer. Yeah. Number 19, have you ever slept naked? Now, let me just say that I have slept naked, but I don't like it. And generally when I've slept naked, it's been like accident, like I just pass out. Okay. Do it, like, think of that whatever you want to. But anyway, I don't like that. I generally actually sleep in a t-shirt and shorts. I've talked about this in plenty of videos, that I have like this fear of something happening and me have to like jump up out of bed and leave the house in the middle of the night and not have like the proper attire on. So like shorts and a t-shirt, and I can throw on flip-flops and I'm out of my house. That is fine with me. Number 20, did you ever have a near-death experience? So I've never actually like died and left my body, but I've had, I guess, a couple of things where I could have died, specifically when I was 4 and I was tall enough to get on this roller coaster, but I wasn't like, I was too thin or I was too small. So I was tall enough, but I didn't like fit properly in the restraints, basically. My mom did not realize that it was actually a roller coaster that went up and down. It was just called like a mine train. So in her mind, she thought it was just going to go through like little tunnels, like you were in a mine. Bear in mind that my mom is afraid of heights and probably had never been on a roller coaster up until this point. So she got on the roller coaster with me thinking, hey, this is going to be a fun ride. And literally I started slipping down up underneath the bars. So at one point throughout the ride, I was half hanging off of the ride. My mom had to throw her arm and her leg over me to hold me down in the seat because I was going to like fly off this ride and die. That was probably the closest thing I've ever came to dying up until I was 19 and in a wreck. And just for whatever reason, I was in the car. I had never really had this happen before. I looked down at the passenger side door, and her doors were really, really thin. I don't know like if it was just the way this car was made. I'd never noticed like, oh, this car door is really thin. So I looked at it, and in my mind, I actually said to myself, if a car hits me right here, I'm going to be dead. I've never, I'm a 19-year-old kid. You don't really think about that. Well, we actually went out to dinner with my mom and my aunt, and we were driving back to college. This was a college friend of mine. We were driving back to the college because we were going to stay there the weekend and study. Well, on the way back, there was someone coming the wrong direction. So we were fixing to get in a wreck. Just luckily, because we were fixing to be like head on, they turned this way, we turned this way, and we actually wound up T-boning them. But it could have been the other way, and then I would have been hit. So the person in that passenger seat in the other car actually died on scene, which if it had turned around the other way, that could have been me. They thought my neck was broken for like 8 hours. So it was pretty bad. So those were my 2, I guess, near-death experiences. Number 21, did you ever fall asleep in the bathtub? I haven't completely like fallen asleep. I've gotten like really tired to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm fixing to fall asleep. I need to get out. I've never actually fallen asleep. Number 22, how long can you hold your breath underwater? I used to be able to hold my breath for about 2 minutes. Now I really can't because of my asthma. My asthma didn't really develop until I was an adult, or at least it didn't get bad until I was an adult. So with my asthma, I can't really hold my breath all that long, and then I start feeling like I am suffocating. So I would say it was probably under a minute at this point. I hope you enjoyed this tag and you learned some interesting things about me. I will tag some people down below to do this tag. And thank you, Sharon, for tagging me. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.